Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to the Lavender Overhang, where look at this little baby tiny beaver. He is just riding the zip line, trying to grow up, and we will hopefully see him in the workforce soon. But last episode, we got the water drain down in here started. We got it all planned out at least. It's going to be a minute before they get to it. Because unfortunately, we have a lot of things planned and not enough builder beavers to accomplish that. So I think we might need to try and get a builder's hut in today. Oh, there's our little beaver who's two. We built up some storage over here to be built. There we go. Now we can see it. We built up a few layers of storage for the dirt that is coming out of the excavator. Whenever that's not full, they send somebody over there to deal with that. We're going to do some work up here on these overhangs and work on closing off a section of this so that we can start our housing and entertainment area that I have planned out up in here. We did work some more on the storage for the for food underneath of here. I'm calling it the the root cellar. So we're working on the root cellar still. We still have one full row in here to put in, I believe, and a partial. Yeah, we're still looking at the back half of the third row, and then we also have the whole fourth row except for the area where we are installing the ladder. I also realized when I was looking at it this morning that if we put this big guy in here like we were planning, that it's gonna have to go right there, which means we're gonna have to take the stairs out of there. So we need to change this guy to a ladder and remove these stairs to make that all work. So we need to do that quick before we get going. Let's go ahead. We are currently in cycle 39, day 3. So we just passed out of that last drought period, I believe it was. Sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head. So let's go ahead and get our beavers started. I'm imagining that at any point here now we're going to end up with a bit of a whoops. No, that's not what I wanted. I need a ladder. And we need to make it face. Oh no, I accidentally deleted those ones there. That's not what I meant to do. Was anyone else going, Josh, you just deleted the wrong thing? I bet y'all were. We don't technically need that one. Let's get rid of that because we cannot dynamite that spot without the platforms in there. All right, so let's come back down. Yep. I accidentally deleted those. That was not what I meant to do. It was not meant to do this moment. All right, let's go ahead and put that back in there. All right. Let's go back to the top. Now, I need a little bit of... I kind of wanted that ladder in there because then they'll be able to use that as an access point to the basement as well. The basement. The underhang. It's not the overhang. It's the underhang. All right. So this guy is completely empty. We need that to go away. We also need to find a new home for the grill and its assorted things. But we are going to go ahead and take out, yeah, I can do all of that. And while I know it's kind of wasteful, we are going to put in overhangs on all of that. That should give us, come on, it's not going to let me do it. I think that should give us a 6 there as well. I believe so. Not 100% on that, so don't quote me. Don't quote me. Oh, they're putting in those couple of dams that are under there. Those are the underwater dams that when we get to the dry period, won't let all of the water that is up here drain down into this section. Because we found that that took out our water supply rather quickly last time. I do want to, we are going to build our monolith right here. So we do need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. That's going to take us to there, which also means we're going to need to delete some of this. We also need to get rid of this wood pile. Drought. Okay. I can handle that. We are on point for droughts. I do want to get this next batch of water tanks in though. So I think I'm going to high prioritize, wrong button. I'm going to high prioritize, oh, I forgot we made this the big honkin' one. I'm going to high prioritize that stuff. And, because what is that? 80, 60, 30. We got all of that in spades. That would be a lot of water storage right there. In fact, we could change out like a couple of these to that. We could fit in 1, 2, we probably could fit in quite a few of them, and then our, oopsies, then our water storage days. I never noticed that there were crickets at nighttime. I mean, I may have, but I don't think I ever listened. Since we switched back over to main branch, some of the settings are different from what I have on main branch than what I have had on what am I trying to say? I had on the experimental branch, and one of them is the environmental sounds. All right, so we need kind of like this whole space in here to build the monolith. It needs to start like smack dab like right in here, which means this needs to go, which means we need to find a new home for lumber, which is going to go right here. For the moment, I should say it's going to go right there. All right. Then down in here, they're not working on that at all because we've got them working on other assorted things. We do need to figure out the... All right, so right here, oh, they got that in, so we can take out this path piece. We have to leave that block because it's shielding our stairwell from a river. But all of this is going to go, and we're going to turn it into overhangs. I know it doesn't make much sense right now, but it will eventually. Trust me. Also, it will get rid of the weird water physics that I don't like. Although they have gotten better. They've gotten a lot better. But you still see this dark shadow underneath of an overhang piece. Like, see, like right here, where it looks like the water is flowing around the block instead of like under the block. I find that super strange. And that is done as well. Sweet. All right, so we are going to take out all of this. I really want to work on this episode. So you kind of can see a little bit of my thought process on where I'm going with where the beavers are going to live. I kind of wanted it more middle here, but I don't think that's going to work. I don't think we will end up quite big enough because this is only going to give us 12 across. And my housing complex in and of itself is, oops, oh, we messed around again and didn't get this full. I think we're okay though. I think we're okay. All right, so I'm thinking if we could get this end full. But once again, we flooded because I forgot to close that. Gosh darn it. Yes. Yes, I flooded. You got nothing to do. Oh, well, let's give you something to do, eh? Let's get you... Oh, you can't get to that because we need a stairs or something. We can't go over top of that. Let's try... Can we... Nope, those don't work over it. Can we put one of these guys in? No. It doesn't allow that either. Well, let's put in a ladder over here. You can get up to there and take that out. Because over here we wanted to extend our reach. On this dam. And once again, I am going to put in a bunch of stuff and the poor beavers are going to have to attempt to do it. So we're gonna need well, they can get through that way. Let's see here. If we're gonna do threes again, we need I'm gonna do that. And we're going to that level there. Oops. Let me turn these guys around. Yes, I would like to undo that. You know what? Let me get rid of that guy too because he is also facing the wrong direction. In fact, let me just turn the direction on all of that. All right, we're gonna go to there. And then let's go ahead and get another ladder for these little beavers to clump down. Okay, then we are going to come in here, and that is 1, 2, 3. And it won't let me put those there. We're also going to have 3 high levee. Nope, that's too high. That is too high. They should still be able to reach those from the bottom, so we've got no problem there. And that will just expand out our water reservoir a little bit more. I'm thinking once we have like all of this cleared, we might come in here and just dynamite a big pool into there to make it so that we have more stored water for the pumping. For all the pumping. All right. So let's see here. What did we high prioritize? I know we high prioritized something. I don't remember what that is, but we did. This guy we high prioritized, and we are up to that guy almost being full, which is good. And then I think maybe we'll just kind of extend these 3 right here into that guy, and then we've kind of skinnied that all down. I would like to see, we are still being contaminated by up here. Oh, heck. We have 14 more days. We just have this little bit of metal to go. Is there someone working in here? Yes, there is. We just have that little bit of metal to go, and then we will be able to be done with all of this. Be done with you, I say. Now, I need you to go down in the comments and tell me, should we put a bad water rig on this guy and pull out everything else and then just block all of this off with overhangs and impenetrable barriers, because we could then just block this section off and it would just offshoot this guy right into there. We could just block him off and forever not have to look at the bad water up here again. We do have it will take away some of our power from here. Honestly, I don't, as many droughts as we've been having, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. We still have a little over a half a tile to go there. All right. How we come in here? We're close. We're so close. All right. Then I want to go ahead and send this to secondary priority. That's what I was trying to say. How are we doing on metal blocks? We have 404, and I don't know why I'm running around with that crosshatch on. We need 12 for each one of these. So I'm thinking, what do we figure? It was from here to here. Kind of want to go from like here. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 puts it there. I kind of want to move all of this stuff first too. Because if we did that, we could put it smack down. No, that's 12 by 12 area. It's got to be over here. We got a little leeway on the corners of what I've designed. So we need to up priority then here to here as well. I really, really, really want to get the start of this in this time around. But we've got so much. We've got so much we're expecting the builders to do. And we don't have enough builders. So, wrong button. We are going to come in here and we are going to invest in a builder's hut. We have more science that we know what to do with at this point, so I'm not at all worried about... Maybe I pop priority on that one. Let's come over here and... Yes, I know. I know. Once again, I'm like over prioritizing things. Did we get that water? We did. Okay. I want to go ahead and dunk, dunk, dunk. Not accepting. How are we doing on water? We've got so much water, it's not even telling me what we're doing. This guy is to 35%. I'm assuming that if we go down... I really wish you could see things like pumps and stuff like that. Once you went down, it would make life so much easier to be able to figure that out. I think being the operative word that we are now below the level that this guy can handle. All right, explosives. We have plenty of explosives. We don't have a ton of extract. How are we doing over here? I'm only on... I could have sworn we were on 3. Why did I hit the wrong button again and go to 2? I don't like the fact that the hotkey for speed is 1, 2, 3, because I accidentally hit those when I am hitting my W key. And then I end up, you know, thinking that I have something done when I don't. Oh, those are all done already. Let's boom. Boom. I'm really missing the mod that I have on there that lets the rebel automatically flip to a high priority so that they pick it up. We almost have this dynamite done, which is good. I do want to get this guy going though. We are pumping at a much slower rate than we had been before. I think that's just because we don't have as much water that places to put it. I should say not as much water, but places to put it. This little guy, he just keeps flipping back and forth. Beaver in, beaver out, beaver in, beaver out. Yay! Oh, I didn't realize there was one right there. Okay. Right there is our, whatchamacallit, to the other side. We are going to go ahead and whoop. We'll pull that back. And let's put a higher priority on that as well. Then we can go ahead and we can start. Where are we going to put you? You need to move. You just need to move. I'm thinking if I put in some overhangs over here, I could just move him there. Why are we picking up this stuff? No storage of it. Oh, no storage for gears? Do we have a open warehouse? Oh gosh. Oh Oh gosh. What are you? Can we put gears on you? Yes, yes we can. Although that's really probably not the best use of a large warehouse. 1,200 gears in there. All right. That was our last large warehouse over there. Which that's all right. That's fine. Oh, hey. We've got 8 days. Hold on a second. Let's I don't want to lose any time on getting the beavers down in here. All right, let's pop priority on that guy. You know, everything has a popped priority. If everything is prioritized, nothing is prioritized. All right, so now we should be able to put more 6s. We need platforms. Yes, I'm aware that we need platforms. Beautimous. That doesn't quite get us the spacing we need though. But like I said, we do have some corners that are kind of clipped. So we know this is our center. So if we count over, if we've got 12 here, let me start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there is our center. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right smack dab right there is our center. Now let's see here. 1, 2. I'm thinking out loud, so just bear with me for a second. We're also going to take and put... Nope, not right one. Do we need a 6 here? Nope, we need a 5. We're going to need to take that ladder out. So right here is our center. This little point right there, which I don't know how to denote so that I don't forget that that is the center. Right there. That, I don't know why that is there. Okay. Actually, delete. For our building, we need this to be our center. Actually, I think I want it to come back even one more. Can we get away with that? We need another 5 right here, and then this will be 8. 2. And then we need a little platform there. Okay. All right. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Maybe I want to move it back and to the corner just a little bit. No, I just want these to go. I know, it's counting with just day. That's what this is. Counting with just day. Did I actually... Alright, does that give us enough space this way? Because we're gonna end up with it. That's our center. Oops, wrong way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Nope, it needs to be 4. All right, if it's like that, then we've got, we're gonna need to impermeable floor all of this. So that's like that. And then we didn't get this tree in over here because that staircase isn't out of there or made yet. So then we've got do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? 3. 1, 2, 3. No, I did that center section wrong. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, then we've got, if we go 4. Okay, then we've got, I know this is probably scintillating for you all today. We're gonna come out like that, and like that. We are putting impermeable floors on this, but I'm just using them as my paths for the moment so that I can figure out what's going on here. All right, we need another. So we need from here to here. Yes, yes. Okay. And then this will connect to that. This will all connect around here. Very good, very nice. Okay. So that kind of tells us where... Ooh, that's just barely gonna be inside of the area. You know what? I think I want to take this out. So let's take those out. It's weird how all the sound stops when you do that. When you do the damage. So like, if you heard that, it won't let me do it. But it's like all the ambient sound stops. Oh, you're almost empty. So you should be about to shut down. Yeah, because we've got it at 0.8. So that is about to... Oh, yep. It just went down. Oh man, we got 2 days left. They put the ladder in, but nobody went down because I didn't connect the thing. And now I'm afraid that I don't want them down there. That's what I get for not paying attention. That is what I get when I'm not paying attention. Basic. I want to put him on a stream gauge, I think, so that he shuts down when it's done. We did better this time. That is not quite as bad. Oh, they're working on the underneath. Oh, that means we need to put priority back on up here. But first, I want to go ahead and take that out. All right. Then let's go ahead and pop priority. We are going to need that. Oh my, that is a lot of stuff. Did it not put priority on the impenetrable floor, or did it just... No, it did not. I'm also gonna put priority on this impenetrable floor because we need that for the next step. That one, you know what, we might as well do that and that. Okay. Next up, we are going to come into our well-being, and we are going to unlock the dance hall. See, listen, all our ambient sound went when we went into that menu, which is really strange. I don't remember hearing that before, but hey. I just realized something. We did not give them access to this area. So we also need to do those too. Otherwise they can't reach. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Alright. Drought has ended. So that means everything should pop back open. Very good, very nice. Oh. Open. Please. Oops, we flooded everything. Oh, goodness. I know. Y'all find it hilarious when I flood everything. So we flooded again for this episode. All right, I know that they were working on all of that. How far did they come? Since I like completely and utterly stalled them. Looks like they got most of the... Whoop. Honestly, I probably should let them finish this before we move on to the other thing. Oh, goodness. We kind of need to get the storage in. Oh, I don't wanna. I wanna be able to do the fun thing. And the fun thing is but I should be responsible if we're ever going to get the tower of food off of the middle of the thing. We kind of need to get this stuff done. I don't remember. Oh, that was so that we could get this dynamite. I'm like, what? Let's finish one area, huh? But it doesn't make it very exciting for y'all when you're watching me finish things. All right. So we've got stuff all over the place that needs to be picked up. All right, we are back to top now. This guy, is he pumping? Yes, he is. I think we need to get some more storage up here for the extract. So let's go ahead. And do that. That guy is full. He is being prioritized by a hauler. Can you put... No, he's connected to 2 zipline stations. I wish these guys you could branch off, but hey, 'tis what it is. This guy is already going that way and that way, so he can't go anymore. We are going to have to move the zipline stations up here. Part of the reason why we put them here is there is a ladder system right here. So they can run up the ladder if they need to. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. They are working on all of that under there, it looks like. Yes, yes, they are. Priority is high. Wait a second. Our ladder system here. Oh yeah, it is right there. I'm like, wait a second, where did our ladder go? It's really difficult to see it in there. All right, so we'll have a ground level path, and then that'll be the secondary level path. I think it's all marked. Yeah, it's all marked out already. Let's just another drought. Okay, at this point, it's not even a problem. All right. Next episode, we've still got a little bit in this one, but next episode, I think we're going to work on a way to get another level of farming in here so that we can grow more food. We can't grow our civilization if we don't have more food. And we got no one in there. They're all in the network power supply. I did not know you could run power through a hauling post. Does it say? It does. Do all the buildings say that now? It does. Okay, is this new, or is it just me not having realized that it showed which buildings will transmit power now? That is awesome, actually, because there's been several times where I've wondered, does this building transmit power? And I haven't used it because I didn't know you could. I guess these little ports on the front here should have told me, because they're the same ports as what you see on some of the other things. Okay. All right, so up here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start putting in some of our other items that we're going to use over here. Because this is going to be our main housing complex. Or one of them. Why not? Okay. We're going to have to watch this. We don't want this to... all of these houses to open at the same time, and then we end up with just like population explosion. So we're gonna have to pay attention to this while we do this. And then we are going to go like this. Nope, not like that. Like that. Because these are all second story houses. Then we are gonna go one more on each one. Okay, then we need some stairs. I don't know why I went... No, I didn't need one more. That was where I needed to be. That one, I apparently just had an extra on. All right. This will make sense down the road. We are going to have to put in a relay, though. We're going to have to bend this power line around there. Ooh. Ooh. I wasn't even paying attention again. And we are flooded. Close. Our auto. maybe we should set up a set of floodgates up here. Next to our sluices that would allow us to automate the opening and the closing and leave this on automated and then put in, you know, three floodgates that would open and close, and then I wouldn't have to think about that and we wouldn't flood things, which would leave our water up here. I'm thinking we might need to do that. So this one was only a 16-day, which isn't, you know, in the grand scheme of things, isn't super long. But if we remember, while we're doing all the other things, to get that in. Okay, stairs, stairs, stairs. Then we need pathing. All along here. And bum, bum, bum. Now, I know this is not going to make any sense to you right now. But those two get that. All right, and so then we have an entrance point to this inner circle from each side on the lower level. So this will connect into some other stuff we end up doing over here. Then we end up with another staircase right here and here. I believe it is. I think we actually end up with another staircase, yeah, but I don't have that portion of the schematic. Yes, I did draw it out on a piece of paper. This first level, because it's what I figured we'd get to this particular time. Or at least get to laying out. So it kind of is like each time I lay something out that we're going to build, and we work on the thing I laid out in the last episode. Oh, look, look, look. Okay, if we've got that done, then let's go ahead and... Oh, those are already on secondary priority. Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice. All right. Let's come down here then, and if we have gotten... We can implode this. Boosh. And how did I end up on one again? Boosh. It's all done. Right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we need to all right, we should be able to come in here. Look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? That is killer awesome. All right, we technically don't need that one. We'll leave it in place for right now. Let's go ahead and slot in our warehouses. Right? We're gonna go. I don't know why it wouldn't let me. Oh. Delete. Delete. And Oh, wait a second. What happened there? Hold on. Stand by. Does that put our door for that one? Yes, we got a problem. We've got a problem. That didn't work out. Apparently, I messed something up there. Because our ladder is right there and we needed to have access coming through here, I put the ladder back right there. So we have a hole. This needs to either be here or here. It can't be here because our door is not accessible because of the ladder rungs. Although it's saying it's accessible. Oh, I accidentally took out platforms that I didn't mean to. Okay. Those needed to stay. So this, what are we going to do with this? I know what we're going to do with this. Miscalculation. All right. We're just going to have a little hole at the back of our... We're going to have a hole back there. That's all right. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. I'm wondering, since we... Oops. Do we have... We don't have one that is 3 deep. But we could... All good. All good in the hood. Oh, I didn't... What did I do there? I could have swore that I was putting them right next to the platforms. I don't know. I apparently can't see today. That is a lot of warehouse. Okay, so that means then that unintended consequence is that we need paths on all the levels now. Because we did that. I am going to go ahead and do this, and I know I'm high prioritizing a whole batch of some things again. We currently have 4K in carrots in our carrot stack. I'm gonna prioritize 2 of those and have them start stocking carrots into them. How many can we fit in here? 1,200. So 4 of those would take over the carrot stock we currently have. We are going to say potatoes. 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 Actually, you know what? No. I want this whole row to be carrots. Carrots, carrots, carrots. All carrots. If we go up, not down. I did put that on the right row, right? This guy? Yeah, I think so. Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. However you want to say it. And I bet y'all are screaming at me, just go up and see if you can put in those dams. Okay. You know what? We might make this guy here baked potatoes. And this guy here baked potatoes. Okay. Let's go back up. Our water is off of the upper ledge. Let's go ahead and we're gonna have to dynamite. We have 7 days. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, what the heck? Let's do 4. Well, we did have 3 before, so let's just do 3. Let's high prioritize that. Can they get to it? I don't think they can get to it. They cannot get to it. All right. Oops, let's take off the storage thingy. Oh my gosh, we're at 56 minutes. Let's see here. What did we... Okay. I'm still debating. I think I want to put a fancy entrance on our storage area, which means that I'm going to need to do something other than the ladders. But I kind of want the ladders. It'll make it easier to get. I guess we don't really need them as long as we leave this bottom path open. They can go up the ladder that's in the middle. Boosh. Okay. All right. And then if we take out the path here. Wait a second. That's... Oh, I guess I did high prioritize those. Holy cow. Carrot Tower is full. I didn't realize that. I guess I should have. But it is full. Like, full. Full. I know I'm in a weird mood today. Bear with me. Bear with me, people. All right. So do we want to enclose this, or do we just want to make a fancy, like, use walls, put up walls across the front, and then build it into like that? That's what I'm trying to decide. If we went fancy, we'd run into a problem because this wouldn't, but we could put 1, 2, 3, yeah, or 1, we could just put up this guy here and then put the other ones on the outside. Wait, no. Yeah, it was 1 then. 1, 2, it wouldn't work so because I'd have a weird spot. I could just use 1s. That would make it all work. Question mark, question mark. All right. So we are at the hour mark for today. We have, well, not completed, but we have completed digging out the root cellar. We have started the plan for the housing and entertainment district, which will need to have a zip line station added to it, and we're gonna have to move this zip line. We might have to put in another pole somewhere in here, move this guy out here maybe. I'm not quite certain, but that is incoming. We set this up. I really kind of, why am I in 2 again? I really wanted to get this done quick before we leave, so we might run a little long here. We did plan out for the end over here to expand this. We built in this guy. Over here, we still have a little work to do. Let me take these out quick, and we'll see if they can fit that thingy in there while I am doing this. All right, this is where we wanted to widen. So we actually want to throw some dynamite down in here so I don't forget that this is our plan. We want this to come out like that. Good, good, good. We also are going to widen here. That will give us a 2 wide path all the way down to here. Down here, it'll actually end up being 3 at the exit point. And I think we might actually move that access point to here. That would require a couple of terrain blocks there. And then we've got single floodgates across there instead. And then once that one's done, then we will put a 3rd one in there. Oops. Let's put that at 0 so if they build it, it doesn't impede anything. All right, come on, can we... I think we need to... blank. What's our priorities? We've got another one over there that is... you. Down 1. I need this stuff up top to get done. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, I'm such an idiot. They can't actually... they can't walk over those yet. Oh my god, I bet you guys were in the comments just yelling, Jess, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right. So we're gonna high prioritize those quick. Like, what are you thinking? They can't walk over nothing. But it was kind of interesting to see them build those from below these platforms. Very interesting to see that. I didn't know they could do that. But hey, good to know. They have started working on those. Come on, we got 3 days. We need to get this done. We need to get this done. All right, is there actual... There is. There's actual dirt below those guys. So if we change that out to platforms, that would allow this better flow as well. We would be less likely to flood. I know the windy is cute and all that, and it was helpful at the beginning for us to be able to put things in without having such a large space to span. All right, these guys, we need to set these. Set height when drought starts to all the way up. Set height when drought ends to 0. Set height when bad tide starts to all the way up. set height when it ends to there. That's all we need to do, and then we can leave these on automatic now. It will still flow out our water during the wet season without a problem. All right, I want to come back down here, and I guess it doesn't really matter. All right. Okay, so that is where we are going to call it for today. We made one water improvement at the very end there. I know. We did up our ability to store a ton of water right there. But we kind of like, we took out 3 tanks here and put them in there. So honestly, we didn't really expand our water by that much. We do have the ability to start putting all of those tanks down here if we so choose, and that would take up a little less space along this run without a problem. So we will think upon that for the next time. We will get this done at some point, this as well, but this is going to be the next thing we work on. I know this kind of got put on the back burner, but it's all right. It's okay. I kind of want to like flush out our beaver housing area and get that looking good and kind of revamp this area down here. We'll leave some beaver housing down here for all of the people who live down here. But I think the main bulk of our beavers are going to live here. So that's where we are for today. I want to say thank you so much for watching today. I know, as always, a little bit of slow progress going on here, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So more planning, some building achieved, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.